and welcome back to my channel, guys. It is, what day is it? It's Tuesday and I've already been to gym this morning. I've been going to like classes to do more of like my HIIT cardio. I like doing strength in the gym, but HIIT cardio can sometimes get a bit boring. And we did this class this morning and I find that I push myself a lot more within like a group sort of training, which is pretty cool. And it was so brutal. A half an hour straight. There was 7 exercises and you had to do 7 reps of the 7 exercises, 7 rounds, and there was also a 200-meter run after each round. I just finished it, but it was so brutal. Anyway, having a protein smoothie because I was bloody starving, but I thought I'd film today sort of like a day in the life, but I also want to really touch on study tips. If you guys didn't know, at the moment I'm studying to be a health coach. I actually finished in a couple months, which is super exciting, and I've been loving doing that. As you guys probably know, like health and fitness is my passion. Before that, I studied and graduated my law degree. Honestly, it's just been like 6 years of consistent study. I have a few tips and tricks that I want to share with you guys, but now I am just going to get changed and then I'm going to acupuncture. I've just been feeling a little bit hormonal and stressed. I don't know if you can see, but I've just got a couple of like, they're cystic sort of pimples, and I've got them on my neck too, which is so weird because even when I had my adult acne a couple of years ago, I never had them on my neck. I was actually speaking to Mel yesterday and she was saying that she had some on her neck and then she stopped having coffee and they went because when we were doing the photos for the ebook, we're spending a lot of time together, and so we were both smashing like 2 coffees a day, and then I still do that now. And then she said she noticed like the pimples came up when her coffee consumption was quite high, and then she cut it out and the pimples on her neck have gone. So I find that very interesting. Today I've already had 1 coffee, I'm not gonna lie about it, but I'm not gonna have a second, so I'm gonna cut my coffee consumption and just see how that goes. So I do get asked all the time about what sort of makeup I do use. As you guys know, I do prefer natural makeup, more natural sources where I can. Like, I'm not completely strict about it, but for over a year now, I have been using Raww products. They are a natural makeup company. All their products are infused with superfoods. I prefer very just like natural, chill looking makeup, but I do have a discount code for you guys as always, Georgie10 I think, which gets you $10 off Raww. You just have to spend a minimum $30 plus free shipping. Their makeup is amazing. Sorry, it's probably super noisy, but I am just walking to acupuncture. I go to acupuncture probably once a fortnight, and I have found acupuncture has been one of the best things to help balance my hormones. As you guys know, I've had lots of issues with hormone imbalances. Also, I live quite a stressful, hectic life. I realize like I kind of always have. I'm always doing like a million things at one time, and I love it. I love my personality. That's very driven and very like, I like doing it. In saying that, I do notice that since getting acupuncture, it has been amazing to like ground me and just make me feel good when my life is usually so hectic. So that's another reason why I absolutely adore it. And I always feel 100 times better after I go.
Moving points into your stomach.
am back from acupuncture and I'm just cutting up some lemon for my water. I'm about to go full study mode for a couple of hours before lunch. Just getting prepared. We don't have aircon upstairs, we only have aircon downstairs, so I think I might even study downstairs because it is extremely hot, guys. It's like nearly 30 degrees and it is not even our summer. As you guys know, I'm absolutely obsessed with these Real Active bottles. I love that you can take off the top and put like the lemon and ice in them, but then you've also got the sippy cup. Okay guys, I'm doing it. I'm going to study. I have 3 lectures I have to do today, which is around 3 to 4 hours, so I can do it, I can get it done. It is literally like only just 12 o'clock, and if you watch my other vlogs, you guys know that I don't usually eat lunch until like 1:30, even sometimes 2, but I am starving. I honestly think it was because that session was so intense, my metabolism is just going. So when I'm studying, I always make sure that I have some sort of like leftovers or like lunch already prepared, so I kind of just don't have to worry about it. So this is last night's dinner. That is just soy thigh chicken, some broccoli with seasoning, and then that is sweet potato bake from my ebook. It's bloody delicious. This is vegan too, so it's like really creamy and cheesy, but it is all vegan. So I am just going to spend the rest of the afternoon finishing off my lectures and studying, but I thought I would just leave you with my best tips. Like I said, I have been studying for 6 years. I finished my law degree and now I'm doing my health coach course. I've definitely critiqued it over the years. First one, and probably my favorite, is to study in small, achievable time frames. When I first started studying my law degree, I would be like, you know, on Tuesday I'm going to do 8 hours of study, and it just doesn't happen at all. I know sometimes it's hard to split your study, like with my full-time degree it was definitely a bit harder, but with a health coach course today I'm doing 3 hours, and that is like a big study day for me. I do prefer to give myself like an hour each other day or something like that. Plus, when I am studying, I split up my time periods. I did an hour before lunch and I'm going to do an hour after lunch, what I'm currently doing now, and then I will take the dogs for a walk and chill and then do another hour. So I'm like really splitting up my time into achievable time slots, because otherwise if you're like, I have to do 8 hours of study today to get this assessment done or something like that, you're going to feel so overwhelmed and it's probably not going to happen. Also, when I was working full-time and doing my law degree, something I found that worked really well was doing an hour every single day in my lunch break or after work, and just like chipping away at it worked so much better. The next thing I do is within that certain time period that you give yourself, I give myself blocks of time to do certain stuff. For example, if I've got a 40-minute lecture, or you know, I want to be studying notes for 30 minutes, I put a timer on my phone. Once it goes off, I will go do something small, like even if it's like allowing 10 minutes on social media, like sometimes I'll put, you know, it on for 30 minutes and then it goes off, and then it goes on for another 10 minutes, and then once the 10 minutes is off, I go back into it. And it's really like, I need to really break down, schedule my time that way. Otherwise, like if I jump on my phone, I'm like, oh my god, it's been an hour and I've been watching cat videos. Like I get so distracted, which brings me on to my next tip, which is avoid the distractions. So what I do on my computer is I get a window up that has nothing else. So like no email, no YouTube, nothing else. Like I'm notorious for having tabs open everywhere. I get up a screen and I make it a big screen so I can't see anything else, because if I like see that my email's got like a new email, I'm straight away onto that. Also, I turn my phone on do not disturb for those time periods. My next tip is to drink lots of water. So like you would have seen, I've got this big bowl of water. You would have seen these bottles in a lot of my vlogs. I'm a bit obsessed with them. If I don't have this big bottle and it telling me I've already filled this up, so I am on track, but I try and have 2 or 3 of these a day. So if I don't actually see how much water I'm drinking, I honestly do not drink that much water, and you will be so surprised. Like, I can tell an instant difference when I'm not drinking water at my like attention span, my memory, also just like my energy and feeling clear. If I'm dehydrated, I often start to get a headache. It's so simple, but keep your water intake up. I'm finding water a little bit boring lately, so I added in the lemon to make it taste a bit better. I always get questions about these bottles. These are from Real Active. They do have big bottles, which I love, but I'm just like really obsessed with little bottles at the moment because I take it to gym and everything. So it's got like a sippy cup, and I do have a code for this, which is Georgie for 10% off. I'll put it here. Also, I know they have a really good deal at the moment for the water bottle and the towels. Actually, I have a towel here. So you would have seen on my previous vlogs, they have these awesome gym towels. It's got like a little zip pocket where I chuck my keys. So they have like deals for both of these together, and like they're a really good set. Plus you can get 10% off with my discount code. Next tip is to plan your day. So I honestly on a Sunday sit at my calendar and I schedule in my study. This is something I used to not do, and it would get to the end of the week and I would be so overwhelmed with the amount of study I needed to do, and I would get stressed out. I actually do not cope that well with stress, and I lead a very stressful life, so I plan everything in. I'll schedule in Tuesday 3 hours of lectures, Wednesday 1 hour of study, and I really structure and plan things out, and then sticking to it, you just feel so like accomplished. Even if you have big assessments coming up or stuff that you need to get done, I find it so much easier to stay on top and not stressed out, because the biggest thing for me, I used to get overwhelmed and then stressed out and then literally have like mental breakdowns. Like the first 3 years of my degree, every assessment period I would like have a mental breakdown. It was not good. I would be crying and hysterical and be like crying to Tim that I just wanted to quit my degree and just be like real crazy about it. Whereas I kind of realized that if I structure things out, plan my weeks, it works so much better. And also what I like to do is I always leave half a day on Saturday or Sunday as a catch-up day. For example, if I plan to do study on Thursday night and I don't get it done, that instantly goes into catch up on the weekend. So it's kind of like an incentive. If I don't want to be studying on the weekend, it's like get all them done. But in saying that, I've got leniency and time to do it on the weekend. You know, weeks are so unpredictable. Your schedule can be just so unpredictable. So I find that really works. The next tip is a really big one, and this is something that it took me years to realize, and it's know your learning style. For example, do you learn better when you watch videos? Do you learn better when you write things down? I learn best and remember things when I write them down. During a lecture, I will just keep writing things down in like my own shorthand, and I'll often like throw it away. When I actually learn for tests, I have like typed up documents, but to like memorize, I find that pen to paper is amazing for me. So you need to find what works for you, what way of remembering things or studying so they work for you, and then do that. Sort of like tweak the criteria to be best for your version of learning. The next thing is to find a study buddy. I don't personally do this with my health coach course because I don't really know anyone doing it, but in my law degree, it helped so much, and it made such a difference when I could text them and we could just discuss things. Another really good way that I learn is discussing with people. If I'm just like reading something from a book, sometimes it doesn't register, whereas if I discuss, I understand it so much better. If you can find a study buddy, they are my tips. They are what helped me through my law degree and currently as studying to be a health coach. If you guys have any more tips that you do currently, leave them in the comments. But I think I'm just going to wrap this video up now. Thank you so much for watching. I've just had a really busy week. That's why there's only one YouTuber out this week. I usually try and do 2, but I am going to be back to normal next week. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.